It's the 2K Sports Pregame Show.
Okay, basketball fans, with me, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, I'm Ernie Johnson. You're watching 2K Sports, but you know that already. In this game, we'll see the Brooklyn Nets going up against the Pacers in Indianapolis. Checking out the Pacers, coming into this matchup with no shortage of confidence, they won all 4 games against this team last season. A lot riding on the shoulders of Miles Turner. We'll see him in action tonight. Shaq, do you think the young fella's ready to help carry this team?
You know, he's still developing physically, has a consistent motor, but his game is still a little uneven.
He's a new breed of center, though. He can block shots and space the floor. So potential impact player for sure.
Well put. And now we send you over to Kevin Harlan as they get ready for the opening tip.
Hello and thanks for joining us, 2K Sports fans, for another exciting presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan, and by my side are analysts Greg Anthony and Doris Burke. From the sideline, we'll have the Hall of Famer David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a bit. Well, it was the Indiana Pacers in their last game, a loss to the Bucks in Milwaukee.
Yeah, I just thought their energy was lacking defensively. Just gave up way too many easy shots.
And when the defense isn't there, Greg, you really open up the floodgates for the other team. They didn't have any heart.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge, standing by from the sidelines. David?
Well, guys, Victor Oladipo trained with Dwayne Wade heading into last season. Now, Wade says, we talked about not knowing the path of your career. Don't put limitations on yourself. The result for Oladipo was an all-star appearance. Kevin?
He's definitely on an upward trajectory, DA. Thank you. In the early going here, Doris, we're already seeing a continued trend, putting 5 guys on the floor who can hit the face-up jumper.
Well, this is the new age in the NBA. The floor spacing is incredible because when you've got 5 face-up guys, all of whom can put the ball on the deck, all of whom can shoot, it creates so many driving lanes. And the origin of this, to me, goes back to the last Spurs NBA championship. It was such pretty basketball, the movement, the flow. That, to me, was the starting point for all this.
Team's kind of playing outside in, and it's fun to watch the change. All fueled up and ready to go. Brought to you by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Setting the floor for the Nets. Russell and Crabbe are in the backcourt together. Damari Carroll is out there with Kenneth Faried, and it's Allen in at the center. He used that pick to get in close. Bogdanovich has got the game going with his first points of the game for the Pacers. Russell kicks to Crabbe. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's his first foul.
Ref's calling it close already as he picks up a quick early foul.
Collison against Russell. 6 to shoot. Crabbe in the corner. That 3 off the mark. Bogdanovich against Carroll. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
Wow, how about that feathery touch from Bogdanovich? You just can't let this guy get loose from the mid-range.
Crabbe kicks to Russell. Faried, a screen on Collison. It's Russell with the drive. Hangs in midair and converts on the double clutch layup.
Had to alter his release at the last possible moment and somehow still gets it to go.
Turner with the screen. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. Turner with the screen. And Oladipo kicks to Sabonis. Off target with his 3.
And I think that one could have easily have fallen for him.
Collison against Russell. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. That's foul number 2 for him.
Boy, it picks up that second foul very early in this game. He's going to have to tread lightly for the rest of this half.
And Indiana making a change here. Evans is checked in. Now, here is Russell. What a tremendous game he played against New York. Now the pass to Fareed, and Fareed throws it down.
Really encouraging to see D'Angelo Russell make these passes. If you're going to be effective as a point guard, you've got to run the pick and roll game.
Now here's Evans. His last outing, 16 points for him. Screen by Sabonis. And for three, Collison. They get it again. And slam dunk by Sabonis.
I'll tell you, Domantas Sabonis has got some big-time athleticism. That's a pretty dunk.
Grab with the ball. Evans picks him up. There's the screen. Lets a floater go. Good. Russell's got his second basket of the game.
How about 3 or 4 from the floor to start? That's always a good sign.
Collison dishes to Bogdanovich. Shoots over Carroll. Kicks it out to Evans. Another shot. Count it. Good. Evans has got his first basket of the night.
You can see Turner evolving as a passer. He wants to set his teammates up. That's a pretty look.
Allen passes to Russell. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
And plenty of contact on the shot. So 2 free throws coming up.
See, I love the way Miles Turner plays on both ends of the floor. I know his numbers don't necessarily jump out of the page for you. This guy is so disruptive, though, guarding the paint for his team.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. And for Turner, he has shown he is one of the better shot blockers in the NBA.
Well, Kev, he's got incredible wingspan that seems to let him get to everything. He's got incredible timing when drivers are coming into the paint. I think the more minutes this guy gets, the more of a chance he has to lead the league in blocks.
All free throws good from Turner.
Well, to me, this franchise has got to be thrilled and excited about the upside Miles Turner has. He's a hard-nosed player who wants to be great, Kevin.
Now here's Fareed. He's coming off a 10-point game against New York.
And don't forget about the work he did on the boards. His rebounding was a huge help in that game.
Now here's Bogdanovich after D'Angelo Russell's miss. Ball's knocked loose. Not watching the line there. That'll be a backcourt violation.
And looking now at some numbers for Sabonis. A very nice season for him last year. Averaged about 11 points a game last season. 7 rebounds and 2 assists. And he gives them a nice rotation on the front court. He is a quality reserve.
Well, the one thing you can't teach is size. He's not as developed skill-wise as some guys, but certainly a valuable backup for this team.
Now here's Carroll. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Collison against Russell. Here's Evans. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. Well, you just have to admire the job that this Nets front office has done to improve the roster.
Well, there's no doubt, Kevin, they have taken on bad contracts in an attempt to gather assets. They have found talents like Spencer Dinwiddie who were passed up by other teams. So even though they didn't have a ton to work with, the team has kept pace with their improvement.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he knocks down the first one.
To me, one of the great strengths of this Pacers team is their depth. A year ago, 12 different players averaged double-digit minutes. So when you think about depth and unselfishness, they are at the very core of what this team does.
so he picks up just 1 from the line that time. And Doris, that unselfish play on the court, it translates off the court too. The whole team cheers each other on.
We talk about that elusive quality of chemistry, Kevin, and the Pacers exceeded expectations in part due to the great chemistry this team has. The team plays in a way that it's easy to cheer for each other, and the fans absolutely love this current group.
Now here's Evans. Turner with the screen. Beyond the arc. Buries it from three-point range. Turner's got 5 now.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Russell kicks to Carroll. Back to Russell. There's a good screen from past the arc. Brooklyn gets it back in a new shot clock. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him. Brooklyn shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe. And he makes the first.
Well, the Brooklyn Nets, one of the younger teams in the league this year and last year. And obviously, with young teams and with the style of play, turnovers are going to be something you've got to contend with along the way.
And Allen drops them both. And along with the turnovers, outside shooting can be a problem for the Nets.
Well, think about it, Kevin. I think there's a fundamental belief in today's NBA that you need to shoot the 3 to win at a high level. So even though this organization right now doesn't have a ton of lights-out shooters, they are committed to getting that style established in their franchise.
Crab, no good.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Evans' shot is good.
And right now, they have all the momentum. I mean, just look at the score.
No, there's no doubt. You can see it. The lead continues to grow. They're not slowing down. I love the pressure they're applying.
Now here's Carroll. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. The rebound by Turner.
This has been absolutely brutal. Missed every shot this quarter. He needs to keep his head up and keep working.
Turner with a screen for Evans. Outside Turner. Indiana moving it around. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Evans. Offensive rebound.
Yeah, off to a strong start here early. 6 points off second chance buckets.
And the first timeout called of the game for Brooklyn.
And with the Tide running against them, needs to talk it over with his guys.
Well, Greg, I think I love the timeout call. At least it gives you a shift in momentum. It's a smart move.
Some changes for Indiana. Young's checked in for Sabonis. And Corey Joseph subbed in for Darren Collison. And then for Brooklyn, Davis is checked in for Kenneth Faried. Hollis Jefferson comes in for Damari Carroll. And Dinwiddie subbed in for Crabbe. Pass to Russell. Allen with the screen for Russell. To the middle. There's Allen. That's good on the assist by Russell.
I'll tell you, that's aggressive passing. Threading it down low and setting up the bucket inside. Really nice.
Outside, Bogdanovich. Passes it to Joseph. Turner with a screen on Russell. Here's Joseph. Allen with the rebound.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. The shot that time, not on target. Good defensive work there by Young.
And they've come out with a take-no-prisoners approach on the glass here tonight, guys.
Evans passes to Bogdanovich. Turner with the screen. Bogdanovich dishes to Turner. That one a little long. Nets trail by 8. Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. Allen, a screen on Bogdanovich. Here's Hollis Jefferson using his post move to get the 2 points. Hollis Jefferson's got his first bucket in this one.
Wow, solid decision-making from Rondé Hollis Jefferson. How about his ability to knife into the teeth of the defense? Tremendous speed.
And the layup's good off the glass. And now just a 4-point Pacer lead.
Yeah, sprinting end to end, but under control. That's the key.
No, exactly right, Greg. You can't go too fast. He pulled that off in brilliant fashion.
Stripped away. In transition, here come the Nets. The Pacers pull it in. They're getting their first look of the season at the Nets in this one.
And they were unbeaten against this club last season. Not surprising considering where they both finished in the standings.
Well, they're more talented, more accomplished at this point, but you can't rely on that and start taking plays off. You could get surprised. You know, Bogdanovich, a guy who has moved around a little bit the last few seasons, but you wonder, has he found a home with Indiana? This guy steps right into the wing, gives them great production from the three.
Two shots.
The first free throw is good. Doors for Bogdanovich. Perhaps the biggest help he provided was his improved defense.
Well, let's remember this about Bogdanovich. Early in his career, it kept him off the floor. And he flat decided, I want to be in the lineup when it's closing time, and made a real commitment to being better defensively.
Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for the Pacers. Doug McDermott comes in for Tyreek Evans.
There's a lot to like about Bogdanovich's game. He's a skilled scorer, he's a capable defender, and I think there's some leadership qualities there.
Pacers leading by 5. McDermott kicks to Joseph. Back to McDermott. Young outside, fires the 3, drains the 3-pointer. Young's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And boy, have they come out strong, really pounding the offensive board for second chance points.
Down low, Hollis Jefferson, rebounded by McDermott. Looking at the last game for the Brooklyn Nets, it was a win against New York. And Joseph kicks to McDermott. Young sets a screen for McDermott. And it's out of bounds. The Nets will take it the other way.
Now, in a moment here, let's check out the numbers for O'Quinn, how he performed last season. He was around 7 points per, 6 rebounds, and 2 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
Dinwiddie passes to Napier. Davis sets a screen. And it's Napier missing.
Yeah, blown opportunity after the 2-man game creates a terrific look.
Well, he simply misfired. You've got to capitalize when the screen opens up wide open shots like that.
Now, here's Bogdanovich. He's coming off a 10-point game against Milwaukee. 4 on the shot clock. Joseph doesn't go that time. The Nets go the other way with it. Pass to Dinwiddie. Now, here's Napier. He's covered by Joseph. Allen, a screen on Joseph. There's the pick. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Davis. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, continuing to show confidence in that jumper. Spencer Dinwiddie looking comfortable.
Indiana leading by 5. And Joseph kicks to O'Quinn. Young outside. Now here's Joseph. Defense right on him. Now the pass to McDermott. Screen by Young. No good that time. Great D that time from Davis.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Joseph. The Nets shooting their third and fourth free throw shots of the night. That free throw, no good. And he sinks the second. 3-second difference between shot clock and game clock. It's stolen by Davis. Here's Hollis Jefferson. An 11-point game for him in the win against New York. A putback. Can't throw down the putback. And so the first quarter is in the books. Indiana out in front, up by 4. And the second quarter will be on the way when we come back. Coming to the Brooklyn Nets in 2017, Alan Crabb saw the opportunity.
Being a net for me, man, is just great. You know, it's good for my future. It's good for my career. I think they did whatever they had to do in order to get me. So why wouldn't you want to play for an organization like that, man?
Clearly, this team values Crabb, and Greg, what he gives them.
And no question, Crabb is a floor spacer who also defends at a high level, a versatile player.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And taking a look at the Pacers' performance here, guys. What are your thoughts?
I tell you what, that first quarter, you can see the game plan is a commitment to offensive rebounding.
Well, you love the determination. It seems like every rebound is theirs for the taking. They are overwhelming the opposition.
Setting the floor for the Nets. Allen is out there with Davis. Then there's Shabazz Napier. And it's Dinwiddie in at the 2. Free throw drops for Napier. Locker room presence, one of the aspects that gets overlooked by fans, but Doris, not by coaches. And there are some players who have that presence.
You know what, Kevin? And this can take the shape of a lot of different things. So one guy that comes to mind is Sean Livingston. Always calm, always about team. Thaddeus Young is not a name necessarily that is at the top of every best player list, but anyone who's ever coached Thad Young believes in his ability to affect positively a locker room. Then you have those guys who maybe are going to challenge you a little bit more, but ultimately are good for the team. And I would cite Draymond Green, who will call out a teammate if necessary, push them to greater heights. You need both kinds, I think, Kevin, in your locker room.
You know, these are the guys you need to be aware of. If you don't want your pocket picked, here are last season's steals leaders. Number 1, Victor Oladipo.
There were so many nights when he controlled the game through his defense. Not a surprise to see him ranked at the top.
That one drops. He ties it up. It's not often that you can land a franchise player via trade, but that's what the Pacers were able to do with Victor Oladipo.
And now the question becomes for Indiana, how do you build around Victor Oladipo, right? The front office has done a great job the last few seasons collecting talent. They continue to add shooting on the perimeter to help space the floor, and now you're starting to see some inside scoring threats develop. This is an interesting organization.
Now here's Joseph. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Now, here's Napier. He's tightly guarded. Allen's shot is off. And for the Pacers, they're shooting well. They're at 45%. Joseph, the pass to Young. And it's Oladipo that time on the assist from Thaddeus Young. And the Pacers lead by 1.
Boy, how creative is Oladipo in the paint. Understands how to use his frame to score on the interior.
That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Darren Collison, he's checked in for Joseph. And the Nets also making a change. Fareed is checked in. Second quarter, we're a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Hollis Jefferson trying to get open as Davis. Hollis Jefferson, good. Hollis Jefferson's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
Well, the heart of Hollis Jefferson just incredible. This guy finishes despite the tremendous contact.
Collison kicks to O'Quinn. Oladipo outside. Clock at 6. And it's Oladipo with the jam.
Well, Oladipo soars for the slam. That's pretty, guys.
Dinwiddie passes to Fareed. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Dinwiddie's shot is off. Pacers have gone 2 of 4 shooting the ball here in the second. Down low. Here's O'Quinn, and O'Quinn slams it in.
It is such a treat to have a point guard like Collison. He is so effective orchestrating this offense.
Now here's Napier. He's covered by Collison. Hollis Jefferson passes to Fareed. It's taken away by Collison. Pass to Hollis Jefferson. Back to Fareed. 5 on the clock. Napier with it, and Young picks him up defensively. Here's Collison. He's coming off a 19-point game against the Bucks in Milwaukee. Young outside. Oladipo, the pass to Young, makes it off the glass. Young's got 5 now.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Screen by Fareed. Dinwiddie passes to Hollis Jefferson. Davis kicks to Dinwiddie. Davis with a screen on Oladipo. And the foul on Victor Oladipo. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far.
And now only 1 away from being in the penalty.
Sabonis, he's checked in for Indiana. Evans comes in for Doug McDermott. Damari Carroll's checked in for the Nets. Crabb comes in for Spencer Dinwiddie. Pass to Carroll. Just 5 to shoot over Evans. And the Nets miss again.
Well, you see the struggles he's having getting anything to go.
Yeah, I mean, he's obviously cold right now, but he's trying to find that rhythm. You've got to keep working.
The rebound by the Nets. Their next game is at Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland, taking on the Cavaliers. That matchup falls in the middle game of this 3-game trip. Grab up top, guarded by Oladipo. Oladipo with the block.
The defensive instincts of Victor Oladipo are superb. This guy understands exactly when to rise for the rejection.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
The Nets have made 6 of their 7 attempts at the line in this one. Turner's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Russell, he's checked in for Brooklyn.
One shot behind the legs.
And it's tied up with that one. Commissioner Adam Silver recently said there's nothing magical about 82 games. Doris, What do you read into that?
I read nothing more than the leadership that Adam Silver is about, and seems to me that the NBA is one of the most proactive professional sports leagues in the world. And by that I mean, Kevin, they will evaluate every aspect of their business. If they believe it's advantageous to make change, then they will go to their competition committee, they will go to their ownership committees, and they will make whatever change they believe is for the ultimate good of the game. And that's exactly what you'd hope for.
Personally, 82 games, in your opinion, what do you think?
You know what, Kevin, it can be a little bit of a grind, but there is money at stake, and obviously that's a difficult thing for owners to come up and over. The players would have to want to give some money back. So listen, 82 games is long, but what happens, I don't know.
Here's Oladipo after D'Angelo Russell's bucket. Back to Evans. Turner with a screen for Evans. And stolen by Napier. Battles through traffic and lays it in. Napier's got 7 points here in this quarter. Pacers trail by 4. Evans passes to Turner. Back to Evans. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game.
I'll tell you, with that being his second foul, now you've got to be more careful. You can't give the officials any excuse to whistle him for number 3 before the end of this half.
And so here is Indiana. Collison, the pass to Evans. And stolen by Crabb.
And if you really want to make things hard on yourselves, this is exactly how you do it. Turnovers on back-to-back trips down the floor.
Boy, for a capable three-point shooter, that's one he expects to make.
Evans kicks to Oladipo. Back to Evans. Shot clock at 6. Will it go? Rebound, Brooklyn.
Boy, the way he's been going, he is not going to be the guy to turn this around.
Grab with the ball. Evans is there. Fareed, a screen on Sabonis. Here's Carroll. The Pacers pull it in. Turner's got 5 rebounds tonight.
It's amazing the success they've had with him shooting this way. 0 for the night.
Now Evans. 5 points in the game. Turner with the screen. To the inside. Here's Collison. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Well, we all know that Darren Collison can shoot the basketball, but he's so adept at getting inside and taking advantage.
Here's the screen. Crabb kicks to Russell. Fareed setting the pick for Russell. Jumper off the screen. And good, and it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Russell's got the lead up to 4 now for the Nets. Collison, the pass to Oladipo. Turner with a screen on Russell. And Fareed sends it back. And he recovers it. Tipped away. Evans dishes to Collison. Second shot opportunity. And it's Evans missing.
He's trying to make something happen, but obviously been a tough quarter.
Here's Napier. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Well, he's one of those guys who's kept their offense clicking. They're in front thanks in no small part to what this guy's done.
Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, a cold stretch offensively for sure.
Left side, Collison. At the elbow, it's Turner. Rebound by Napier. Napier's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Kicks it to Carroll. To the middle. It's stolen by Oladipo. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And finished off by Collison.
You can get a real sense that Victor Oladipo loves sharing the wealth. What a nice look.
Now here's Napier, guarded closely. It's stolen by Oladipo. Fast break. Here comes Indiana. Oladipo's running. It's good.
The combination of sheer muscle and speed of Victor Oladipo. You can't stop this guy. So excellent at finishing over aggressive defense.
Even though Oladipo didn't spend a lot of time on the Thunder, he does credit his time there, Doris, as a big factor in his development.
He points specifically at Russell Westbrook and the amount of work Westbrook puts into his game. So what did Oladipo do? He changed his frame and he changed his work habits, and that led to an incredible season last year.
One shot.
That's good from Oladipo. Victor Oladipo with huge improvement in his game, Doris, last season.
What an incredible leap this young man took. His efficiency was up across the board. He was better from three-point territory. He proved, Kevin, he could carry an offense. I mean, this guy is a legit star in the NBA now.
Timeout called, the Nets. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for Brooklyn.
And it's been guard play, which really has shouldered the burden offensively here. They'd like a bit more production from the front court, but in the meantime, this backcourt has kept them in the game.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 10, and Carroll gets it to go.
DeMarre Carroll gives the defense no time to react on that. Not looking to pass or put it on the deck, just score it.
And it's Kenneth Faried with the foul. That's his first foul. Dinwiddie is checked in for Brooklyn. Brooklyn on defense. 3-point lead. They are coming into this having notched a win against the Knicks in their last game.
And how about that bench? I mean, you got to give it up for that second unit. They really sparked that victory.
Yeah, I don't think there's any doubt, Greg, that the guys off the bench stepped up and provided the necessary spark.
Nice D from Oladipo. Indiana's gone 0-2 from deep here in the second. Pull-up jumper, and he connects with the jumper. Oladipo's got 9 points in the quarter.
Well, you like how Oladipo leaks out in transition. So aggressive in the open floor, Kev.
Joseph against Russell. There's the pick. Carroll with the three. Buries the long-range jumper. Carroll's got 5 points so far.
Obviously, he's not the top priority for the defense in those situations. It results in an open three.
And Joseph kicks to Bogdanovich. On the wing, Turner. Just 5 to shoot. Off target from the baseline.
It's hard for them to cut into this lead when he's firing zeros. All period, he's been so cold.
Crab, no good.
If he were shooting a bit better tonight, they'd be much further ahead in the scoreboard.
Baseline jumper. Sabonis inside. Carroll covering, and there it is for him. Sabonis has got his second basket of the night.
They're consistently finding ways to get the ball inside and taking full advantage.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here.
And defensively, great anticipation, making a play there on the ball.
Well, superb awareness, Greg, right? Not allowing them to get comfortable running their offense, being super aggressive.
Thaddeus Young, he's checked in for the Pacers. And the Nets making a change here as well. Hollis Jefferson's checked in for Allen Crabbe. And the Nets miss again. Indiana trailing here. Young inside. Intercepted. Here's Hollis Jefferson. He has 6. Feeds it to Russell. And he uses the glass on the layup. He's got 12.
Well, to me, this is where D'Angelo Russell distinguishes himself. He understands that when he can score it, he's going to be aggressive.
Here's Oladipo. And the first half comes to a close. We've got a close game going on here. Nets lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody, welcome back from the first half. Been a dandy so far. A dandy. You like that word, Kenny?
You know
it's
what?
a dandy.
My third grade teacher used to say that all the time.
That you're a dandy.
So this is a dandy of a class.
It is. And this is a dandy of a show. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet, Shaquille O'Neal.
So what's a dandelion?
Well, basically, that's what the class was.
A really cool lion.
Got it.
Brooklyn found themselves in a close game in the first. They only had a couple rough stretches, and as the first period came to a close, they had a 4-point deficit. They found their rhythm in the second quarter and have to be feeling good here at the break, holding on to that 4-point lead. And from what we saw so far from the Nets, Kenny, what's your takeaway?
Well, there was a big spark from the bench in the first half. Sometimes you're hoping for your reserves to come in and just hold court, but they didn't do that. They actually got better.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, a lot of their points came in transition. They dictated the pace of the game. It was a fast pace. Put the defense back on its heels. I say keep attacking the second half. Do not slow down.
And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we return to Indianapolis, Indiana, with a look at all the activity taking place in this terrific downtown. We have a close ball game on our hands as we get set for the second half of basketball. You look at D'Angelo Russell. What a contribution.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him, a scoring machine here in that first half.
And it's mattered not, Greg, whether he's been spotting up or creating for himself. He was unstoppable, and you hope it carries over to the second half.
And it's been a back-and-forth game so far with no ground given through the first half. Third quarter starting here now. Brooklyn leading by 4. Sabonis and Turner inside. Filling out the wings, it's Oladipo and Bogdanovic. And it's Collison in at the 1 spot. They're the group for Nate McMillan starting the second half.
I think Carroll goes through stretches where he shoots better from three-point range than from inside the arc. What a dead eye right now.
They set the pick. Here's Oladipo. That's good. Basket number 5 on a 5-for-8 night shooting.
Defensively, this is what you know. He's coming off a hot game and looking to keep it rolling.
Well, you want to slow this man's roll right now if you're the defense, because you've got to make somebody else beat you. He's cooking right now.
They get it again. Allen lays it up and banks it in. Allen's got the lead up to 7 now for Brooklyn.
Well, so rewarding for a player to beat everybody to the basketball and convert that second chance bucket.
Turner with the screen. Collison the pass to Sabonis. Turner with a screen on Fareed. Here's Allen, and Allen slams it in.
When Russell gets his teammates involved, it makes this entire team better, and it'll make him more effective at the point position.
Well, a big strength of this Indiana team is how well they take care of their possessions.
They were right near the top of the league, Kevin, in terms of the fewest turnover committed. And this whole team, to me, seems to play with a level of calmness and good decision-making. And let's give Nate McMillan some credit for that.
Now, here's Collison. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. Russell against Collison. Back to Crabbe from deep. The shot comes out, and Indiana will go the other way with it. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Minnesota, where they'll take on the Timberwolves. It's game 1 of a 3-game road trip.
Well, there's a certain aggressiveness and assertiveness with which Victor Oladipo approaches the game. That's a pretty play through contact.
Now, here is Russell. He's got 12. They set the pick. Screened by Russell. Carroll with the 3. It's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo's got 3 rebounds so far in the game. Brooklyn with the rebound. Carroll's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Russell with a wide open look. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. Oladipo outside. Turner with a screen for Oladipo, and it's going to be a 3-second call. And the upcoming schedule for Brooklyn. On Wednesday, they'll take on Kevin Love and the Cleveland Cavaliers. And then on Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans.
And for that game against the Knicks, on paper, you'd expect them to come away with the win, but this might be one of those trap games where they let it get away from them if they aren't focused.
Now, here is Russell. Carroll with it. Back to Russell. Over Collison. And the Nets miss again.
Boy, the mid-range becomes slightly more difficult when the defense is as active as they are there.
And Oladipo kicks to Collison. Inside. Turner passes to Sabonis. Back to Turner. Outside Bogdanovich. Shoots over Carroll. Bogdanovich, no luck. Nets leading by 7. Outside Russell. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Russell's got 14 points for the game.
This guy an effortless scorer. Outside, inside, in between. Dynamic scorer is D'Angelo Russell.
Collison kicks to Sabonis. Down low. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. And here's Carroll. He's got 8. There's the dish to Crab. Screen by Fareed. No good from outside. Pacers trail by 9. Outside Collison. Sabonis' screen on Carroll. Here's Bogdanovich. An amazing finish with a hand right in his face. He's got 7.
Well, I'll tell you, the defense can't stop that. Bogdanovich with the ridiculous delivery.
There's a good screen. Here's Russell. Score the basket, his 8th. 8 for 13 from the floor.
A physical basketball there, and in the best sense. A hard screen allows him to shake the defender and get to the bucket for the layup.
So timeout called here, the first for Indiana. Doris, this Brooklyn team, they've been playing more up-tempo the past few seasons.
Well, this is a team that has been amongst the highest-paced teams in the league the last few years. They have a roster that excels, Kevin, in open space. And you have to, as a fan, I think, appreciate the style of play.
And some changes here for the Pacers. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Sabonis. Doug McDermott comes in for Bogdanovich. And it's Evans in for Victor Oladipo. The Nets also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Allen. And Shabazz Napier subbed in for Allen Cram. Here's Napier after Darren Collison's bucket. And there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That is his first foul of the game. The Nets making a switch here. Hollis Jefferson's checked in. Now, here's Napier. He's covered by Collison. Nets passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Rebounded by McDermott. Pacers trail by 7. Right side, Collison. He kicks to Evans. Pass to McDermott. Here's O'Quinn. And a miss there on the triple.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
McDermott with the steal. And the pass to O'Quinn. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line. It goes on Kenneth Fareed.
Boy, broad-shouldered, barrel-chested. O'Quinn showing his strength right there.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
And at the line last year, he was good on about 77% of his attempts.
Looking at who's out there now for the Pacers. Thaddeus Young. He's checked in for Miles Turner, and it's Joseph in for Darren Collison. Doris, something interesting about Kyle O'Quinn. He's widely considered one of the funniest players in the NBA.
And that sense of humor, I think, can unite a locker room. It's led to some crazy interactions with celebrities and spawned some great pranks. But you love to have positive energy. It makes for a very good teammate.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Now here's Joseph. Not a lot of room. Picked by O'Quinn. And stolen by Napier. To the paint. The shot's good from Fareed. And now it's an 8-point Nets lead.
I'll tell you, that play was not as easy as he made it look. A moving target, it has to be perfectly placed, really pretty.
Picked by O'Quinn, Evans. And that one hits back iron.
You know, he's working on his inside game, but clearly there's still a little more work to do.
Here's Dinwiddie, covered by Evans. Evans with the steal. Here's Joseph. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Nets leading by 8. To the left side wing. McDermott with the steal. Now here's Joseph. Napier covering. And there's the 3-second violation. And a chance here to take a look at the shooting chart for Oladipo.
And everything he's touched has turned to gold. If you are on defense, you have to make sure all 5 players know exactly where he is at all times, because if he gets a sliver of a look, he'll get it done.
Now here's Napier. 12 points for him. On the wing, Davis. Pass to Dinwiddie. There's a screen. And it comes off the front of the rim. Pacers trail by 8. Now here's McDermott, looking for his first basket still in this one. Six to shoot. And so it's Indiana with it. Now Young. He's got 5. 5 to shoot. Kicks it out to Evans. And the 3 ball is good. Evans has got 8 points.
And watching Evans there knock down the triple has the ability to be a dangerous outside scorer when he's in rhythm.
Davis sets a screen. Passes to Napier. Trying to get open is Davis. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Pacers trail by 5. Lets it go with a 3. And Evans gets it to go on the assist from Joseph. And 11 points for Tyreke Evans.
I'll tell you, terrific read from Corey Joseph. He recognizes the overcommitment of the defense and takes advantage.
Davis, the pass to Hollis Jefferson. Fareed trying to get open, and he banks in the layup. 8 points for him.
Well, I'll tell you, excellent job from Hollis Jefferson. This guy's so skilled at getting terrific position down low.
Evans left side to the paint, stolen by Fareed. Hollis Jefferson passes to Dinwiddie. It's good. Now it's a 6-point Nets lead.
I'll tell you, it's hard to deal with Dinwiddie that close to the rim. You cannot mess with his concentration.
Picked by O'Quinn. Evans outside. Clock at 6. Fast break. Here we go. Here's Dinwiddie. The shot comes out. Evans with some nice D.
They're fortunate to be in front given how shaky he's been from the floor tonight.
1:33 left in the third quarter. Here's Hollis Jefferson. 8 points for him. To the wing on the left. Clock at 6. There's a good screen. And it's Napier missing.
Well, despite his struggles from the field in this period, you know he's going to keep asking for the basketball. Well, you think about the Brooklyn Nets and Kenny Atkinson having a tough task of rebuilding this organization. It is still feeling the effects of the trade that stripped them of so many picks. But give Kenny credit for embracing the challenge and knowing there's a long road ahead.
And so here is Indiana. After the basket by Brooklyn. Teardrop shot. Got that one, and the Nets' lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Tyreke Evans.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Now here's Napier. He's got 12. Yes, that goes in.
Boy, the screen doing its job to perfection. One of the oldest plays in the book and still one of the best.
And Joseph kicks to Evans. Young sets a screen for Evans. A rebound by the Nets. 19 seconds left in the third. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here.
Well, I think what I like about Hollis Jefferson is he can contribute just a little bit of everything. This guy's got a tremendous motor.
The Nets have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
And last season, 77% from the line. They could usually get the job done there.
Take a break. 2 shots.
And the first one at the line is good. No good on the second free throw.
And slow things up here with a chance to get the last shot of the quarter.
Exactly right. That's what you'd like to see. Hopefully they play the clock to perfection here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
For Indiana, they have shot 75% at the stripe, 6 of 8.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Oladipo.
Well, we know that Victor Oladipo is a combo guard, meaning he can play the 1 and the 2. What I like is how impressive his overall game is and the fearlessness with which he plays. Wow.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time. There's 10 seconds left in the third quarter. The Nets have made their free throws at a pretty good clip. They've hit 8 of 10.
At the line for the Nets, taking 2 shots.
Shooting 2.
And the first one drops.
And to me, the ceiling that D'Angelo Russell has is really high. This guy is dynamic, he's confident, he can score it, and he's just going to continue to want to prove himself.
Oladipo with the ball. Misses the shot. And so it's Brooklyn in control with the 9-point lead to end the quarter. And they're winning the turnover battle very easily in this one. We'll get right back to the action when we return. And let's listen in on what Nate McMillan had to say to his team.
Okay, you gotta win this quarter. Listen, defend without fouling early. Okay, defend without fouling early. All right, and we get it out and we run.
Well, Coach McMillan, you can tell, pleading with his guys not to pick up any silly fouls.
Yeah, can't afford it right now, Kevin. Have to play smart from this point on.
Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. Hollis, Jefferson, and Allen together down low. Then it's Damari Carroll. Then it's Russell. And it's Dinwiddie in at the shooting guard position. And Brooklyn has possession. Victor Oladipo unable to get his last shot to go. And finished off by Oladipo.
Love how alert Oladipo is on the defensive end, using that impressive reach to mess with the passing lanes.
Pass to Hollis Jefferson. There's the screen. Here's Dinwiddie beyond the arc. That shot, no good.
He's cold from deep. 0 threes in the second half after hitting just one in the first.
From deep, Evans. Brooklyn with the rebound. Allen's got 6 rebounds in the game. Dinwiddie kicks to Allen. Stolen by Evans. Oladipo outside. And he goes right over to D'Angelo Russell and slams it down.
Boy, how about the creativity of Victor Oladipo? The handle, the explosion. Woo-hoo-hoo!
And a terrific bit of chaos there on the replay, presented by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. And stolen by Bogdanovich. And Young, here we go. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, timeout called the Nets. And during this timeout, I'm sure they'll be hydrating themselves with Gatorade. All the effort out there on the floor, and these timeouts can be such a huge factor in getting a short rest and recharging the battery. And some changes here for the Pacers. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Kyle O'Quinn. Sabonis comes in for Young, and it's Collison in for Evans. And the Nets making a change here as well. Crabs checked in, and on our sideline, our reporter David Aldridge.
Kevin, during that last break, I heard Kenny Atkinson talking with his team. He was very adamant in the huddle. He said, don't let up now. Stay aggressive and do the things that have gotten us this far. We're almost there, guys.
Okay, David, much appreciated.
No doubt it's been a rough game for him. I don't think he's going to lose any sleep over it as long as they hang on to the lead the rest of the way.
And good awareness by Russell. Just reading the defense, goes with the floater there over the top.
Russell against Collison. To the inside, Oladipo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists in the game. There's the screen. It's Russell with the drive. Doesn't go for him. Pacers trail by 3. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Collison. And yep, finally drops after rolling around the rim.
They needed a run desperately, and boy, did they come up big.
They regrouped, they worked out some of their frustrations, and now we're seeing them have some fun.
Now here's Carroll. Inside, out to Russell. There's Crabbe with the 3, and the rebound goes to the Pacers.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night, and if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
And count it, the shot is good. He'll go to the free throw line.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And for Turner on the offensive end, it is all about consistency with his shot.
Right, Kevin, because with his length and athleticism, Miles Turner has proven he can be a factor on the defensive end. To me, it's about, with that face-up ability, can they count on him night after night?
And happy to take it up inside. You see Russell under control and in charge.
Now here's Sabonis. Defense is right there, and Turner throws it down.
And that's such solid, fundamental basketball on display right there, guys.
You talk about it all the time, Greg. Yeah, great use of the pick to set up the dunk.
You know, that's why we say move without the basketball. You'll be rewarded.
Here's Hollis Jefferson. Dishes to Carroll. Russell against Collison. 6 on the shot clock. Russell passes to Hollis Jefferson. And he goes up strong with one hand and flushes it down.
Hollis Jefferson exceptional at slashing to the cup. Cutting hard after setting the screen. Nice.
And here's Sabonis. And stolen by Russell. 3-on-3.
Some of that is about the chemistry that Rondé Hollis Jefferson has with his teammates, right? It's infectious when you share the basketball.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. There's a screen. The pass to Sabonis. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2.
And really one of the best assets of Sabonis is his mind for the game. Very aware on the offensive end, knows how to create chances, and just plays the game with his mind as much as his athleticism.
And he can't get the first one. And for Sabonis, we all know his father was one of the best when it came to seeing the floor, Greg. As a big man, his passing game was terrific.
And skills like that go a long way in the NBA. Sabonis does all the little things that free up shots for himself and his teammates. Is starting to play with more aggression, and this is a guy that can be an all-star.
He hits the second from the line.
Well, Domantas Sabonis, the son of a legend, to me, guys, he has everything he needs to be an effective player for years to come in the NBA. Size, length, feel, there's a lot to like.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
And it's clear he's been a little out of control here tonight. The refs clearly have their eyes on him, and that's number 5.
Outside Turner. It's Oladipo on the wing. Baseline J on the way. Shot clock at 6. And the Pacers can't get it to go. Brooklyn's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Russell dishes to Allen. Russell against Collison. And they double up Russell. And it's Carroll in the corner. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got assist number 8 now on the night.
And that's his role. That's where Carroll's at his best, the catch and shoot.
Now here's Collison. Sabonis sets the pick for Oladipo, and stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Here's Crabbe. He gets it in there. And it's a 6-point Nets lead.
Well, if you're Alan Crabbe, you've got to get out and run routes in transition. Gets up the floor in a hurry. That's nicely done.
Collison kicks to Oladipo. Back to Collison. 6 to shoot. Hollis Jefferson with the rebound. Hollis Jefferson's got his 4th rebound in this one. And that goes out of bounds. Last touch by Carroll. Fareed's checked in for Rondé and Hollis Jefferson. Pacers trail by 6. Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis to the left wing. Sabonis sets the pick for Collison. Screen by Sabonis. Right side Turner. It's stolen by Carroll. Outside Russell. Here's Fareed. It's tipped.
Improving on the defensive end as well. Domantas Sabonis getting tenacious there with the block shot.
Indiana again missing.
Yeah, and something we always talk about, though, shot selection.
Yeah, that's not a good example right there. You could have worked it around to get a better opportunity.
Now, here is Russell. Allen outside, and there's the foul, and Darren Collison picks it up. That'll be his second foul of the game. Carroll against Bogdanovich.
Well, that's a great contest from the lengthy Bogdanovich. Not just an offensive force. This guy a commendable defender.
Nice D from Russell. Nets leading by 6. Carroll dishes to Russell and stolen by Bogdanovich. Carroll against Collison. Got that one up quick. Collison's got 4 points this quarter.
And all quarter long, he's been zeroed in and knocks down big shot after big shot here in the fourth.
It's Allen on the wing. Turner covering. Russell, no luck.
Now, great look on that. Just a little out of rhythm.
Yeah, he looked like he forced that a little bit. Just needs to take his time. Got to make these shots right now. You know, after a first half of poor shooting, he is turning up the heat now.
Brooklyn's gotten just 1 of 4 3-pointers to go down for them here in the fourth. They set the pick. Fareed outside. Shot clock at 5. There's Crabbe with the 3. Hits it from 3-point range. And the Nets lead by 5.
Wow, Allen Crabbe, big moment, no problem.
Outside Collison. Here's Oladipo. Again, Indiana.
Oladipo, big time moment, that's my moment.
Brooklyn leading by 3. Russell kicks to Allen. Pass to Carroll. Jacks up a 3. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Nets will retain possession. Russell passes to Carroll. Screen by Fareed. Just 5 on the clock. Carroll dishes to Fareed. Right wing. Russell from long range.
Well, those are the quick instincts of Collison on the defensive end. This guy isn't super big of frame, but big-time heart.
Bogdanovich, no luck.
Boy, despite the miss, he did a really good job shaking himself completely free from the defense.
Crabbe kicks to Russell. Back to Crabbe. With some arc. It's stolen by Oladipo. Now the Pacers moving it up. Bogdanovich wide open. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. Oladipo's got his 5th assist in this one. The Nets with the lead. Outside Russell. And he comes up with the deuce. Russell's got 24.
In huge moment, D'Angelo Russell comes through big time.
Now here's Oladipo. He's guarded by Crabbe. Out to Turner. Now here's Oladipo. He's covered closely. It's good on the putback.
Oladipo growing into that clutch player everyone believed he could be. What great poise down the stretch.
Now here is Russell. Turner with the steal. Here's Bogdanovich. Count it!
No doubt. You love seeing him knock down the clutch basket.
There's 57 seconds left to play here in the fourth. Now a timeout called by Brooklyn. They're down by 1. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And now the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Victor Oladipo.
Yeah, and his performance has been a jaw-dropper. He must have been feeling great coming into the building tonight, because once he hit the court, it was all working for him. He was in a zone.
Here's Fareed. Here's Russell. Sabonis grabs the board. This is a huge possession.
And this is where all the hard work pays off. You have to be able to execute under pressure.
Now here's Collison. Turner with the screen. The drive by Collison. Misses off the left iron. Brooklyn with the ball. Here's Carroll. It falls!
Every point crucial at this stage, and DeMarre Carroll feeds off the pressure.
And the Pacers call time here. They're trailing by 1. 23 seconds left to play in the final quarter. What's your take, guys?
You know what? Enough time that they can run whatever play they're most comfortable with.
You'd think they want to do everything they can to get it to their hot hand.
23 seconds left in the game. Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty.
Honestly, just doing what they have to in order to get the basketball back.
And so they foul intentionally.
Shoot 2.
Gets the first, and that will put them up by 2.
Yeah, and with this increased aggressiveness offensively, Russell shooting more and more free throws.
And so he drops them both. It's a 3-point game.
Yeah, those free throws make things a little more simpler right now. They just have to guard against the three-pointer.
Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 3. 11 seconds left here in the fourth quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And right now, you can go for the 2 and then a quick foul, or go for the home run.
Well, you've got to be smart regardless of what you choose to do. You shouldn't just heave the 3 if it's not there. Let's see what happens.
Bogdanovich can't knock in the 3. And they stop the clock as soon as they can with the intentional foul.
Gentlemen, 2 shots. Loose shots.
And no good as the first free throw, missing for him. We'll see if he can nail the second. That's good, going 1 of 2 from the line, and that gives them a 4-point cushion. 5 seconds left in the fourth quarter. From deep 3-point range. And so it's Brooklyn who scrapes by with the win. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for him, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you later.